Hi Manish, welcome to Bollywood Life.
Hi, thanks, Imran. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm well, man. I'm good. I'm good. So
All
tell me
right.
what's going on. Tell me what fun things have you been up to in this
Okay, so
quarantine?
you're gonna interview me right now. Okay, let me ask the same question. Okay, tell me what are you doing to keeping yourself productive in this isolation period? What's going in your mind right now? Tell me.
Oh, mind का मत पूछो यार. Mind तो दिमाग खराब ही हो रहा है. I mean, there's so many things, so many thoughts, so many questions, there's just so much going on in the mind. So what I've been trying to do is trying to stay away from the mind by keeping physically busy. So
Okay.
from cleaning out old drawers to reorganizing my cupboard to doing a lot of cooking and cleaning, and you know
Okay.
how it is. The chores have now just come suddenly like descended upon us. I mean,
All
I've been
right.
fortunate that we have usually help otherwise to help us with our stuff. But now chores have descended upon us, so that's been really hectic. And what's really exciting for me, at least for today, is that I gave myself a haircut. I gave
What
myself
are you
a
saying?
haircut.
What are you saying?
Yeah,
Seriously?
man, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I gave a friend of mine a haircut, but I couldn't do it to myself. I can't dare to do that.
I was just like, let me just go for it. Let me go. What's the worst that'll happen? I'll look like a damn
Yeah.
like peacock. No, that's the worst that'll happen. I
No,
mean,
it's
it's
looking
fine.
good. It's looking good.
So great. So
So
I'm just really happy. Huh?
tell me, Pushpavalli is online right now. It's on
Yes.
Amazon Prime streaming. How's the response been so far? How's the response
Oh
coming in?
man, Imran, I can't tell you, it's been outstanding. It's been so good, the response. And quite frankly, we were a little concerned about the fact, well, the announcement of the release date had been made back in January, and then of course the lockdown happened and the whole coronavirus thing happened. And we were a little concerned about how the show is going to do because we had like this whole bunch of like marketing gigs planned.
Right,
We were
right.
supposed to do interviews, we were supposed to do lots of live stuff, but obviously all of that fell flat, and we were just like, man, ये show जो हमने बनाई है वो आके चली जाएगी,
Right.
कोई देखेगा भी नहीं. And that was really, quite frankly, a fear. But somehow I just feel like the timing or whatever it is just worked out such that people were home, people were looking for things to watch, and Pushpavalli came up. And that's what everyone started to binge watch. And instantly, the show went viral. The show released. We got a lot of great feedback.
Yeah.
People are still talking about the show. So it's just
Manish,
great.
I'm losing you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
hello.
Yep. Now it's perfect. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
can you?
Yeah. 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 Go ahead. You're saying?
You're frozen. Huh. Okay, shoot. Okay, I think poor connection. Okay, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. You're perfect. You're perfect.
Ah, okay. So basically, yeah. So basically, we weren't sure of how the show is going to do, but we're really glad that the show's gone on to do really well, and people have
Right.
loved it. And yeah, man, I think that's been the silver lining in this whole coronavirus darkness that's gripped the whole planet.
I
Now,
was saying that I've seen the season one, but I still have to see the season two. So once I see that,
okay.
I'll get back to you. How did I like it? The first season was amazing. So I'm
Oh
looking forward to
shit.
the
Okay. Okay.
second
So
season.
that's good that you told me this because then I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it for
Okay.
you. Yeah,
All right.
because it's yeah. There's a lot that's happening in season two. There's a lot more that's happening in season two compared to season one. So yeah, so it's been great. It's the response compared to one has been fantastic. Not that one didn't get a good response, it did, but the way two has been appreciated and received by the audience has been incredible. So I'm just really happy, and like I was saying earlier, that this is our silver lining in this darkness of COVID, and quite
Right.
frankly, we're really happy. Like I was discussing this with Sumukhi.
Mhm.
Hi, are you there? You're there. Okay. So I was discussing this with Sumukhi, and we were talking about how the show released at this point in time. But we're really happy that that this show has been able to put smiles on people's faces in
Right.
this horrible period. And Pushpavalli has really taken people's minds off what's happening, which is necessary for a for a little period. But having said that, yeah, we're just glad that we're bringing joy to people at this. Yeah.
Okay. But you're also doing something else, right? You're learning Arabic online. I heard, I was reading somewhere you're trying to learn Arabic.
Oh yes. Oh
Yeah.
shoot. Oh, you read that. Where did you
Yeah.
read it? Oh man. Yes, I am. Oh, it's awful. And please don't ask me to say anything in Arabic right now. I mean, I will come back with something later. Not right now because I'm terrible. It's awful.
Okay.
Like it's so embarrassing. Uh, I've been trying to do this thing online. So I've been trying to study it. It's insanely bad. So now, yesterday, I called up someone and got the number for a coach, for
All right.
a speech and accent and diction coach for Arabic. And so we've been doing video call sessions, and he is just in shock. Like he's the kindest, sweetest old man, and he's just being really patient with me. और वो कह रहे मतलब हाँ बेटे कोई बात नहीं सीख जाओगे कोई बात नहीं आपको 3 महीने में सीखना है कोई बात नहीं सीख जाओगे आप कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. And then after 5 minutes of talking to me, after him trying to you've seen that scene from Friends, right? Where Phoebe is trying to teach Joey French.
Okay. I'm one word in Kuwait. I know Arabic. I'm one word in Kuwait.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So I
Oh,
can also
that's
help you out sometime.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, so great. I'm gonna be, so you'll be my Phoebe and I'll be Joey, man. It's
It's,
hilarious.
it's quite
It's
easy. Once you
literally
catch a hang
like
of it, you
that.
learn. Quite easy, you
Yeah,
learn.
but it's just such a so the thing is we've never really spoken Arabic, right? And it just it's like any other foreign language that you've never
Right.
spoken or understood. So it's just and it's so like it's so alien that I can't get it. It's just so difficult. But I'm sure in time it will happen. I have to do it. That's
All
that's
right.
the
It will
reality.
happen. It will
I'm
happen
gonna yeah,
soon.
I'm gonna
So
yeah.
another news is that the Tenant is was supposed to release,
Yes.
right? That was also there.
Well, yes, the Tenant will release. It wasn't scheduled yet. I mean,
Yeah.
we were in the process. The film has been done. It's been doing some festival rounds now, and will come back soon. I mean, obviously now there are no festival rounds that it's doing, but it's got a really good response, and people have loved the film. It's a really sweet slice of life kind of film. It's got an incredible star cast. I'm really fortunate that I got to be a part of this project. And I think once it does release, it'll appeal to it's a kind of film that will appeal to everyone in India
Right.
on some level. It'll yeah, it's such a relatable film, such a simple, such a sweet film, but at the same time there's so much truth to it, which makes you kind of sit back and reflect at what we are as a society in India. And there's nothing hard hitting. It's not like, it's not like there's something like terribly like, oh my God, eye opening over here. But it's the subtle things and that little thought that makes you think about it. So yeah.
I
So
guess that's kind of a
it
movie the audience is looking forward nowadays to watch. Something relatable, something to
yeah.
connect to, something where they can see themselves. In the scene like that. So
Yeah,
they do connect with such
yeah.
pictures. Obviously.
So
I'm wait.
it's really
We'll wait for that.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, that should be out soon. So that's
Another
what's
time.
happening.
I have some quarantine questions for you. Okay. I was on my
Okay,
social
awesome.
media, so I asked
Uh-huh.
my normal social media guys like send me some question that you want me to ask the celebs. Okay. So I have
Uh-huh.
few. Okay.
Okay, great.
So let me start with this. Okay. What shows are you currently binge watching and you recommend your fans to watch?
Uh, BR Chopra's Mahabharat.
That's amazing, bro. I started that. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic, and the just I mean, it's awful. The special effects and the VFX and all that awful. They're so bad. But I think the show for its time is still so convincing. Like
Right.
the performances are great. So I'm just loving it, man.
So
I'm
even I started.
really
I
enjoying
started
it.
loving it from the episode one. It's amazing. Yeah, you get
It's
it. You get hooked to
incredible.
it. So that's one.
So good.
What next two?
Well, apart from that, I've been watching a lot of films. Yeah, I've been trying to catch up on. So I'm a 90s kid, right? And I grew up in the 90s. And I think with our schedules and the way we function and operate, I mean, you as well, you don't get really the time to sit back and chill and watch
Right.
some old classic films that you grew up watching. So that's what I've been doing right now. I've been going back to the old 90s, the best
Okay.
of the 90s kind of films, Bollywood films, and I've been watching them, checking them out, and just they're such feel good films. They bring back such happy memories. So that's what I'm doing. Insofar as shows are concerned, well, I've started watching Money Heist, but I haven't gotten through too far.
Okay.
The other show that I have been I really have not watched any other show, quite honestly. Yeah.
No?
But
Okay,
no, it's like I said, I'm loving BR Chopra's Mahabharat. It's fantastic.
that's
It's like
amazing.
that's my guilty pleasure right now.
That's the best one actually. That's the best one actually. Okay, so since we all are staying
Yeah.
indoors, what is your
Mm.
favorite activity at home and your least favorite activity at home?
My favorite activity at home is has got to be well, like I said, hanging with family and watching stuff, watching old films, uh, reminiscing about past things that have happened, talking about things that we've spent time. I mean, spent our childhood doing. So stuff like that can't really, unfortunately, get out. So it's. I think what's happened now. It's been already about 2.5 weeks. So everyone's chores and everything have been sort of auto assigned. So I think that's what just happens. Everyone goes into doing those things. And yeah, and I guess I look forward to like hanging with the family in the evening because that's essentially when all of us are in downtime. Otherwise through the day, all of us are either like I'm cleaning, I'm sweeping, swabbing. In fact, we were supposed to do this call earlier, but actually the reason why I couldn't do it is because I was stuck doing household chores and I couldn't kind of not do
Okay,
that. That's
your
the
excuse
honest
for that.
truth.
It's all right. Your excuse for
That's
that. I
the honest
understand.
truth. Yeah, I mean, and I was just like, अब क्या बोलूं इसको मैं क्या बताऊं? But then I know, everyone is in this space right now. Everyone needs to get certain things done. So yeah, so that's essentially what we've been doing, and that's the first part
Okay.
of my day is the evening.
So any hidden talent that you discovered while sitting at home कि हाँ मुझ में ये भी talent है. ना बैठे बैठे हम सोचते हैं
कि
यार.
मैं बाल काट सकता हूँ अपने खुद के बाल काट सकता हूँ वो टैलेंट मैंने आज डिस्कवर कर लिया है that
Okay,
this is
you have
something
done a
that I
quite good
didn't know
job
I
by
could
the
do.
way. Done a quite
Yeah,
good job.
right. I mean, I'm quite impressed with it. Look at it. I'm just like, wow, not bad. Maybe this is an alternate profession that I can have at some point. So yeah, that's what I
Amazing.
discovered that I can cut hair. Yeah.
Okay, three people who are on your speed dial for video chat.
So there is for video chat, three people on my speed dial. There's my college best friend. Then there is Isha Chopra and Sumukhi Suresh. Oh, and Sapna Pabbi. These three. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so tell me, are you doing anything to keep yourself fit, exercises at home, and you recommend your fans to do it?
I've actually been doing, like I said, a lot of household chores, which are really physically strenuous. Like, मतलब तुम एक दिन में झाड़ू कटका कर लो और हालत खराब हो जाती है. But now that I'm used to that and that's become a part of my routine, the thing that has been that I have been doing has been basically I do a lot of yoga. So that's what
Okay,
I've been trying to kind of keep doing. Unfortunately, so what happened is because of this lockdown, I couldn't organize weights and all of that to come, to be sent home and stuff from my gym. So unfortunately, weights to nahi ho rahe. मैं free hand कर रहा हूँ. I'm doing some planks, I'm doing some push-ups, I'm doing some burpees.
okay,
Apart from that, for cardio, I'm basically doing some spot jogging, some jumping jacks. Then of course, Surya Namaskars are the best, man, for as cardio and like an overall body workout.
right.
And then my pranayams and stuff. Yeah. So this basically takes about like a good like hour and 15 minutes to do in a day. Uh, but yeah, that's as fit as I'm trying to be and what I'm trying to do.
I'm glad you're focusing on your fitness. That's good. That's good.
I'm
Tell me
trying,
any kind.
dude. I'm trying. Huh.
Tell me any diet that you're following to keep to keep yourself in shape, or you're just eating
Oh,
anything.
food. No, I've realized that, okay, so I'm a huge junk food guy, okay? And I mean, most people will not believe me when I say that, but I love junk food. And what's happened now is that because there's no junk food available and you can't really get it, I've been having to eat only healthy home cooked food. And I've started becoming ripped, man. I feel like I've got a lot more energy. I feel like I'm a whole lot more ripped. The fat that was kind of forming around the belly, all of that has gone. It's just like I've lost like some 3 kilos in this quarantine
What?
period.
What are
Yeah,
you
and
saying?
yeah,
Wow.
it's amazing. Most people are just like, yeah, I'm putting on weight. I'm putting on weight. I'm just like, one second, I'm losing weight. Is there a problem over here? But then I spoke to my doc and all of that. He's just like, no, you probably just lost some muscle mass, but also fat because you're eating at home and you're not
Yeah.
eating junk. So that's my diet, basically, ghar ka khana,
Okay.
completely.
That's amazing. Okay, Manish, I'm going to request you something right now.
Ha,
Okay. Uh,
ha,
During this time, people are still not listening. People are still not understanding that they don't have to go out of the house. They have to stay in. For some reason, it's not going into their head. But when influential people or celebrities like you talk, they try to listen or they try
right,
to obey at least, right? So I
right,
just want you to give a shout out to these people, ask them to stay home, be safe, and keep your
right.
surroundings safe. Can you do that for me?
Yes, very happily, man. I would very happily do that. Hi, guys. For those of you who are watching, here's my request to you. And it's a sincere, genuine request, not as a celebrity, not as someone who's being interviewed right now, but just as a citizen and just as, a part of society. Please stay at home. Please stay indoors. Avoid going out as much as possible. Not just because it's what the government is asking, but it's because it's for your good. It's to keep you safe. It's to keep your loved ones safe, to keep your family safe, to keep everyone else around safe. And this is a virus that we really don't know anything about. I mean, we know very little about, and we're still discovering more and more things. So if you are staying home and if you are staying locked in, you're going to help us. You're going to help the governments and the scientists and medical professionals find a solution faster, and we can get done with this. But the more of us that actually step out and that are kind of breaking this quarantine, the more it's going to be difficult for us to really like sort of deal with the situation fast, and that we can get on with life again as we know it. So please stay at home, please. I mean, I don't know how to convince you to do that, but just if my word counts for anything, please stay at home. That's all I would ask of you at this point in time. Thanks, guys.
That's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one. Thank you so much for that.
All
Okay, Manish,
right.
tell me something. Where are we seeing
Hmm.
you next? Apart from Tenant, we know that we're gonna see you there. Okay, and what else
Right.
is the pipeline? What's gonna happen next?
So okay, there are a couple of things actually. There's this show, this other web show, which should be out again sometime in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
It's called Salt City. It's a show about a family based in Mumbai, and it's a very nice, like, I mean, of course everyone keeps saying that it's a very nice show, very beautiful show, very this show, very that show. But the thing is about at least these projects that have come my way or that I have chosen to do. The thing about these shows and these projects is that they're very real and they're very relatable. So this is about a middle class family. This is about a family, and that and the interpersonal relationships amongst family members that
All right.
usually we don't get to see on screen, especially in India, especially in Indian projects. So everything is like, even if you get to see them, they're like a little larger than life, a little bit over exaggerated. This is very real. Like, again, this is something that as an Indian within your family you will be able to relate to. It's got an incredible star cast. It's got actors like Piyush Mishra, Navni Parihar, then Divendu, there's Isha Chopra, there's Gauhar Khan, there's Jitin Gulati, there's Pranay Pachori, there's me, and then there's a whole bunch of other people.
It's
So
a
this is
powerful
basic.
performance pack right now.
Yeah, so it's a great power packed star cast. Everyone has really worked hard. Everyone has done a fantastic job, and it's ready. The show is ready. We're done with dubbing. It's done with post production. So I think now we're just figuring out when it needs to be released and how it should be released. Now with this whole quarantine thing, that's been put, like everything else has been put on the back burner. So this as well has been kind of put on stop block. I mean, stop gap. But it will be out. It will be out very soon,
All right.
and it's something that I'm really looking forward to because my character is really interesting, man. It's a
Yeah.
really fun character that I did get to play. Yeah, it's a really fun character that I got to play, and it's something that I've never done, something that people have not seen me do, and I hope I've done justice to the role and to the character, and only time will tell what happens with that. But yeah, I did what I could. Let's see now what
All
happens.
right. Okay, talking about the character, one question popped in my mind right now is about the
Mhm.
Tenant. You're saying you're playing a gray character. It has lots of shades.
It's not exactly a gray character. It's a character. He's a how do I explain Ajay? Ajay is the name of the character. Ajay is a regular guy who who prioritizes practicality over heart and love and other
Okay.
things. So that is who Ajay is. And eventually that turns out to be his downfall. That turns out to be something, not his downfall, but that turns out to be the reason why he is seen as, uh, he's not seen in the most positive light
All
in the
right.
film. So that's who Ajay is. He's otherwise, like, if like Ajay is any regular guy that you would meet from a city like Mumbai, he's anyone. He's he'd probably be someone who's the life of the party, probably be someone who's fun to be around, the desirable guy. But again, it's like most of us do have, Ajay also has his weakness, and his weakness basically takes over when it comes to choosing between his heart and what is expected of him.
All
So
right.
that's what Ajay is, yeah.
Okay.
So that, I mean, it's an interesting character. Whereas in Salt City, it's more of a character with a little more darker shades.
All right.
That is something that's a character with some more interesting uh,
Okay.
layers to him. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be looking forward to see you in all that. Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to see you in person after this all ends. Okay, and
Yeah,
do a
man.
proper interview in a proper way. Okay.
We must, and
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna hit you up and ask you to help me out with my Arabic.
Do that. Not a problem. I'll be happy to help.
And we should record it and we should put it up. I swear, it's going to be like that Friends episode. It's hilarious.
Yes. Thank you so much for chatting with me, man. Thank you so much.
Thank
Now
you
I'll let
so
you
much.
go. Okay. I'll see you soon. Okay.
All
Best
right,
of luck.
Imran. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. See you.